Hey, happy Saturday morning. It's John again. I'm going to play a little Immaculate Grid. Going, what I do. I'm going for the low score. I'm going for the low rarity. Um, don't think I had any huge things from yesterday's game. I think it was what was it? It was 3,000 strikeouts. There's only I think 17 or so guys that worked. Turns out it was not did not quite have the optimal alignment there. And we found that out at the end of the episode. But it's always fun to like talk these things out. In this particular case, it was a matter of, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander both played for the Mets, and they kind of split the vote on the guys who aren't really Mets but just played for the Mets in the last couple of years or last year. They kind of split that down the middle. Um, maybe even Verlander was a little higher than Scherzer or something like that. But that meant that Pedro, who I thought that was going to be my dark horse, figured people get Tom Seaver, figured people get Nolan Ryan, maybe that little period where Pedro was a Met would kind of slip by people's memories. But Pedro was actually the second highest. A lot of people were going Nolan Ryan down here, so it actually went Seaver, Pedro, and then I think Nolan Ryan, then I think Verlander, then Scherzer. I think that was the order, and I picked for my rarity round. I picked the second highest, which is interesting. Like half this game is just knowing what the right answers be, but even if you lay out all the answers, now you have to think, what are my fellow fans gonna do? That's kind of a fun element to this game. Anyway, hit and refresh, hit and go, away we go. Let's do it. All right, Dante Bichette works, and then that's the only team combo. All right, Bob Boone work. Trout works, right? He doesn't. He's never won a Gold Glove. Oh man. Okay, let's just skip that one then. That stinks. All right, Larry Walker works. Ah man, I don't know. I hate that. Vinny Stia, 10%. Nolan Arenado. Trout's never won a Gold Glove, really? Really? I don't know. Bichette would work here. Burks works. Pretty much hitting all the blade. Wow, that was a low one. Let's see. Oh wait, I never had to. He does work. I just never had to do it. I'm already at a minute. This stinks. All right, whatever. Ty Cobb. I got in my head. Well, you know what? Trout does work there, so take it. And 200 hits in a season and a Gold Glove. How about Willie Mays? I never missed the timed round. I thought I thought Trout for sure had won a Gold Glove, and the guy I was holding on to was Gary Pettis. Maybe Bob Boone works. Not sure on JT Snow. Maybe him, but I mean he was playing at the same time as Tino and John Olerud when he was with the Blue Jays and Don Mattingly even. So JT Snow's kind of an outside pick there. I'm not sure on. I don't think Gritch ever won it. Well, no, Gritch did win Gold Gloves, but not with the Angels. Um, can't think of a third baseman who might have won it. Gary Pettis is the one I would be pretty confident on. Edmonds also would have worked. Why didn't I choose Edmonds? He obviously works. All right. A rare L in the timed round. Well, let's see if we can make up for it in the rarity round. And it was on like the second one I did. And then I picked Ellis Burks as my guy with no reason to have to do that because I wasn't on the Rockies anymore over here. Oh yeah, it refreshed because I had to take my screenshot yesterday and because I brought up Microsoft Edge. All right. Well, I know my guy over here is going to be Alex Ochoa, the former Brewer. Let's just throw Pettis down here. Ooh, he's come up a little bit. Um, Bobby Bonds will work here. 1%. Let's see. There can't be that many people who've gotten 200 hits with the Rockies. I think Bichette, Burke, or well, not Burks. Burks was always hurt. He put it all together in that 96 season, maybe in 96. Castile will work, I believe in 98. Um, and Walker works in Todd Helton. I didn't use Todd Helton yet. Matt Holiday, I think will work. Juan Pierre will work. I think Juan Pierre is actually going to be the go-to, but I don't think there's that many, and I think it'll still be a decent percentage for okay. I went through pretty much all of the Blake Street bombers in the last round, right? I got Castilla, I went Burks for no reason, I went with Walker. Helton's a pretty obvious one. Galarraga is a pretty obvious one. Galarraga actually would have worked up here. Um, Holiday does not work. Carlos Gonzalez does work. Arenado works. Yeah, I'm gonna go Carlos Gonzalez. Carlos Gonzalez. Cargo. I think 7%. That's probably close to the best. I don't know if maybe the fact that you have so many Galarraga, Walker, Castilla, Bichette, and Burks all do it within like 95 to 97, right? Um so I could see them splitting the fandom, I guess me that would have gotten those. Um Helton does it in back-to-back years in 2000, 2001. Then you have a little bit of a gap. And I think Carlos Gonzalez and Nolan Arenado are the next people to do it. I don't know if anyone's done it since. I don't think so. Anyway, for our next trick here, we need anybody who has ever won a Gold Glove and at some point hit 40 home runs in a season, not necessarily the same season. Henry Aaron will work. You know who will work is Sean Green. I think that's going to be a sneaky good one. Yeah, point two. Gold Glove, 200 hits in a season. I think my guy Cecil Cooper, not really my guy because he retired 2 years before I was born, but he was a great Milwaukee Brewer. I'm going to go with him. Point one. All right, 30 stolen bases and 200 hits. I think Ichiro's going to be a popular one there. Tony Gwynn's going to be a popular one. Um, what about Ryan Braun? He had 200 hits in the 2009 season and then 30 stolen bases in both the 2011 and 2012 seasons. So he goes sub one. And he also would have worked for the below one. So would, let's see, Trout would have worked. I used Trout twice on the last one. Um, Walker, Burks, and Bichette would all have worked for that one as well. Again, all in that 95 to 97 window. Burks and Bichette both, sorry, Burks and Walker both went 40-30 in 96 and 7 respectively. And then Bichette went 40 home runs in 95. Year he got second in the MVP voting. And then in 96, he went 30-30. A lot of 30-30 guys in those days with the Rockies. Also, I'm really glad I didn't accidentally pick Eric Young here because I was thinking about it, but my mind was on the Rockies. I was so shaken by that mess up. Let's see. Henry Aaron, we mentioned, is working. And actually Sean Green would have worked here as well. Mentioned Trout. Um, Brady Anderson will work. I think that one's gonna be pretty popular though. Let's see. A-Rod will work. Obviously, anyone who went 40-40 will work. So you get Canseco and Soriano as well as A-Rod. Vladimir Guerrero will work. Matt Kemp will work. Yelich, I think I mentioned, would work. Ronald Acuna is probably going to be the most popular one there. I mentioned all the 40-40 guys as of a year ago. I left out Ronald Acuna, who just went 40-70, which is just its own absurd category by itself. But he'll also work, and I think probably be the most popular. Let's see. You're not gonna get that out of like a Sheffield. You're not gonna get that out of I think any Yankees that I can think of. Um, Not going to quite get there with Hanley Ramirez. He had over 30 a few times. Um, I haven't listed anyone who's particularly obscure. Even like Brady Anderson, I think the fact that he was a speedster who also one random year hit 50 home runs, I think that's a relatively known and understood thing that he did. Um, Aaron almost seems obscure in this regard. He actually did it in the same year. I think 63-ish. He had a 40-30 season. Obviously Willie Mays would have worked. Um, Jeff Bagwell will work. There's actually a lot of these guys out there who have done this. Doing it, and Bagwell did it in the same year twice, I think, 97 and 99. Nobody I listed was obscure, not even a little bit. And I guess if you hit 40 home runs, that by default doesn't make you obscure. And really what I should have done is move Sean Green over. I think that he was going to be the most obscure of the people I was listing. Um, I am going to go with Bagwell. Takes 1%. That was a long way to go to get to 1%, but I listed a lot of guys. I was right about Acuna being the highest. Very surprised that Trout never won a Gold Glove. Is that a miss by, I mean, he has such a high WAR all the time until he started getting hurt the last couple of years. Man, so yeah, even this I didn't, but he was leading the league in WAR and going -11, -13 in 2013 and 14. That's interesting. So he had a really good rookie season. He's been a negative defensive center fielder overall. Wonder when the Angels are going to move him. It's just it's an injury prone position and you know, he's 31 now. Maybe slide him over and get this ridiculous bat out if he's a negative fielder anyway. Fascinating. All right. Well, I am gonna call it there at least for now. I might play another game later. But once again, thank you so much for playing along with me. Again, I love seeing your scores in the comments. Hit subscribe, I guess. And I say, I guess, I have a lot of subscribers, like 3 times as many subscribers as views. I think most people have the opposite. Like real content creators have the opposite problem. I don't know. But yeah, pound subscribe, I guess, if you haven't been doing that. And appreciate everyone tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Peace.